A person in a ranger uniform and tan hat stands at a microphone next to a display board showing maps. They address an audience seated in front of them inside a tent.
Following the Lewis and Clark Trail since January of 2003. In this tent, we invite many different presenters to come in, and it's a story of the young woman who went with them with her small child, and a story of all of the people they met along the way. So with that said, I would like to introduce our next presenters. We have with us Emma George and Audrey Ponzo, and joining them shortly will be Curtis Hall, and they will be talking about traditional healing. So let's please make them welcome.
I gotta stand up. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to be here to tell you a little bit about the cultural lifeways of our people, the Agay Dika, Saka Jawihan, Nana. There are many elements in the Native American lifeways. The way we live our life is a holistic way of life. This morning, when you get your first drink of water, when you wake up in the morning and that sun rises over the hill, all these different elements that were given to us by the Creator have significance. And we believe that they were given to us by the Creator from the beginning of time. When we were here, when we came upon Mother Earth, originally our Indian people were given teachings to remember our Creator and not to go away from that way. And they have great significance, great meaning. And they said that when Columbus came, the Indian people were childlike. And that's a ultimate desire of Christianity, to be like that. And in that way, our teachings, our values, they taught about goodness, they taught about respect. One of the first teachings is respect, beginning with oneself, and to have respect for other things. And those are all significant, and that was our Indian way of life. But throughout history, we've been, I was telling the group yesterday, we're being Americanized and told to...
A person wearing glasses and a white t-shirt holds a microphone while standing in front of a dark panel with partial text visible. Another person's blurred arm appears in the foreground.
Forget our beliefs that Creator gave us. And in doing that, we're forgetting our Creator. And so for us, it's very important to retain that, because they are good teachings. They are about brotherhood. When the white people came here, we were told to... everyone is our brother and our sister. When someone comes to your home, you feed them. So our people treated the people that came through here, your ancestors, good. In that way, how we were taught. Unfortunately, today our younger people, they're going away from the culture, the cultural teachings, the values. And it's really important to retain those, because they are rich. The culture is rich and it's beautiful, and the teachings are beautiful, and they're from the Creator. And also, another significant teaching is about our Mother Earth, that we live upon her. From the time we're born to the time we die, we walk upon our Mother Earth. Today we're crossing paths. No one walks the same path, each has their own road. Each one of us here, you may have a companion that walks with you sometime, but you come into this world and you leave this world alone, and on your road of life, you have teachings, you have gifts that are placed before you, and sometimes people bypass them or they overlook them. And on Mother Earth, she is our mother. She clothes us, she feeds us, all our needs she provides for. And right now where we're at this point on our road, and this water that runs through her is like her blood, like your blood in your body, your bloodstreams. And like a heart, when it's blocked, a person gets sick, they have a heart attack. So in that way, we look at our Mother Earth, and we also have to take care of her because she is our mother. Just like as if our mother was sick, we would care for her, we'd try to help her. And in that way, our Native people, we look at Mother Earth and we respect and we honor her, and we look out right now and we look at her beauty. And we thank her for this life blood here. We thank her for the foods that we feed.
A person wearing glasses and a white t-shirt stands at a microphone on a stage. A dark banner with white text is visible behind them.
Yes. And those are some of the teachings I'd like to share with you. And I'll go ahead and pass the mic, and we'll continue this presentation.
Good afternoon. My name is Audrey Ponzo. I have been born and raised here in Salmon, and I know quite a few people, that some of them are missing. There's the people that taught us at the schools were really nice, and I thought great about them for helping us. So now I thought about that, and I thought, well, now's my chance to go and say something good for them and for ourselves. And like Emma was talking about, we're all crossing paths right now. So I decided to talk on traditional healing. And like what Emma was saying again, it comes from the Mother Earth. It comes from the earth itself. And it's got a lot of healing. Like the water, for instance, she was talking about. We have a lot of hot springs, a lot of places in the back hills that we know of that the Lemhi people, in Sagajuia's time, and up to now even, we go to these waters and we go pray. And that's why we go looking for these waters. It's important. The last visit I had was about 2 years ago. And I'm one of those people that you call traditional healer. I've taken in a lot of ceremonies. So when I was up in the hills, that was the first time I ever heard these rocks talk to me, and the trees. I only hear about them from people, from way back, but this time I had an experience for myself, and the Mother Earth was saying, help me, heal me. So that's what I did. And what I come up with is one of our, I brought some herbs along. And this is one of what you call a cedar, but it's a buffalo cedar. And this is for, it's kind of used for incense, but for us people, it's for prayers. This opens the gateway from here to up there to, so we can communicate with all the spiritual beings.
A person wearing glasses and a black jacket holds a microphone while speaking. Behind them is a dark banner with partial text visible that includes words like Artmando Forest and EPA.
So what it does is when you put it on a little charcoal, it opens the mind and the heart. So the only thing you have left is the truth. And what you do is you pray and you ask for forgiveness. And the cedar will bring self-love to oneself. And that's how you communicate. Then you are one-to-one with everything that is out there. It's really beautiful when it's done in the right place, in the right time. So right now I'm here to share with all of you people of what I know. You know, there's a lot of experts out there, and there's a lot of these trading people out there who are really experts. I thought, you know, they're really expert in whatever they do, you know. And I'm glad to meet people that are like that. I'm always interested in other people's work. So, but as of now, and this other one is an important one to us Indian people, is this mountain Indian tobacco. And it's grown out here in these valleys, in these hills. And this one here is a key, what they call a key to the Creator, where we pray with. And it's a passageway to the Everland, you know, to the next realm. So we are closer to everything that the Creator made here. And the one true accomplishment it does is to talk with the Creator itself. You're a one-to-one. And so, again, it takes a small ceremony. And I was talking to one of those people that are out here, and I was telling her that this is a ceremony in itself right here. We're all gathered together, and we all hope and pray for the future that things will come to a peace, to an understanding. There's a lot of ill will going on out there, across the ocean, back east, to different countries. A lot of things are happening. A lot of our, the earth, the wind, and fire is doing a lot of things. But to us Indian people, what it's doing is it's clearing out a lot of unwanted, just the unwanted, because we all hope and pray for one good thing, you know, and it's for the next.
A person wearing glasses and a black jacket speaks into a microphone on a stage. Behind them is a dark banner with partial white text visible.
Next generation to come. That's what we all pray for. I know I've been to the LDS church and a lot of these other churches that were trying to take me in when I was small. So I visited almost every one of them. So it's good to see all of you people here, you know, all combined. And also, I have some other herbs. This one should be an interesting one. I call it a Ghostbuster specialty. It's one sort of a small bush-like cedar. And this one is good for the paranormal. People who are really interested in ghost busting. That is really something. It works. And I got some real serious ones for the kidneys, for the infection of kidneys. It's good for diabetic people, for failing kidneys, and it clears the blood veins is what it does. And it's really a healing one. If a diabetic took these medicines, they wouldn't even go see a doctor. And it's just right out here. So we have all kinds of healing, powerful plants. This one's, I called it a women's medicine. It's a white sage. This one deals with women who are on their menopause, and it clears on their menses, and it clears the blood veins. It relieves tension and stresses, but it's more powerful when it's in a little ceremony. You really clear everything out. And it only takes a few minutes. It doesn't take years or months or anything. You get the healing right here and now. I was thinking about this when I was coming, because I seen on Little House on the Prairie last night. and this little girl, that Laura Ingalls, she was selling little drugs, not drugs, but little herbs or whatever they were put into little bottles. And I was thinking about myself, and I thought, gee, I'm going to be like Laura Ingalls, trying to sell my products. But these are some of the things that I like to share.
A person wearing glasses and a black jacket holds a microphone in one hand and a paper document in the other, speaking at what appears to be an indoor event with a dark backdrop and partial text visible.
Share with you because doctors' visits are getting really sky high, and there are people who are looking for other ways, other remedies. But I think us Indian people have really gone up to where, people are turning to us for help. And most of us are willing to take in people who are really real. Because, us medicine people, we know who's not real and who is. And I always tell them, don't lie. You lie to the Creator, you're lying to me, So don't lie to yourself. Be truthful, be honest. And this is where you get the healing. And I got an interesting one here too. It's dried and grounded Indian tea with berries. It's really something different. It's really, really something. It's got its own healing powers. It's this one is grown down in Fort Hall at the lower bottoms area. It's on the low ground. And it relieves stresses, calms the mind and body, and it soothes the spirit. It really does. This one is really good for people who are always on, going to work, back and forth, never any time for anything. And it's just like those people that are on TV showing their aerobics and whatever. And here you don't need to take aerobics, just take the tea and you're there. Going on next. You live again. And then I have another one. The last one I only brought so many, is the green peppermint tea. And this one is just common. And most of all the people know of where to get it and everything. And it's along creeks and rivers. This one here calms the nervous system, where you feel happiness instantly. And then it heals the spirit too. So, but with a small ceremony, like our sweat lodges, our Indians' other ceremonies that we have, then combined all of these herbs, and you get healed. And one other stuff I forgot to bring.
A person wearing sunglasses and a black jacket holds a microphone while standing at what appears to be an indoor event space. Behind them is a dark banner with partial white text visible.
I couldn't find it. Was my herbs for cancer people. This one heals, like the hair loss. This one instantly replaces it. Because I had cancer. I found out I had cancer, and then they took care of that. And with these herbs, my hair started growing back. So I was really, really grateful for all these herbs that we have. That's why I talk about them so much. There is just a lot of love that Mother Earth had for us. And that's just what I thought about. Then I have diabetes medicine, where people that are going on what did they call that? Where they go into the hospitals and transfer their bloodstream? No. Yeah, dialysis. And this is, it cures a person before they even get to dialysis. So that was really important, I thought. And so this is what I wanted to share is these herbs that I have brought along, and you guys can come and look at it, and see what they are, what it looks like. And Sir, Curtis Sam can maybe touch upon a little bit of it.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Curtis Sam. I'm originally from the west, small reservation they call Fort McDermott Reservation. That's in Nevada. And at this time over here, they wanted me to say a little of the traditional ways, ceremonial ways part. And like myself, I've been brought up in the Native American Indian ways of life, so I've been brought up, I grew up with a lot of things like that. So at this time, I'm going to talk about the sweat lodge ceremonial ways. Our old people, they used to use those as for, long ago, they, before, the white people came over on this United States here, during that time, they used to have sweat lodges. And also at that time, they used to have, they used to hunt with, what they have with bow and arrow.
A person wearing glasses and a maroon cap with a white emblem stands indoors holding a microphone. They wear a striped shirt in maroon, blue, and white. Shelving and various objects are visible in the background.
Arrows, and they have their own ways of believing in certain part of the animal's bodies. They have to take care of after they go out there in the mountains to get maybe a deer, elk, or moose or whatever. They have to take care of certain remains off of the animals in order to have that good luck all the time. So at one point, this couple of warriors, they went out there, and one of them didn't do what he was supposed to do after he went and killed, after they went and got a deer. He got one, and then he didn't want to put away a certain part of the animal's body away so that next time when he goes back out, they'll have better luck. Always have luck. It brings good luck. So when they did that, he went home, and there they took the meat home and for the camp for the people, and they shared that with them. And the next time they went back out. They went back out there, and then there they did that again. They went up in the mountains to hunt. But other two, they found what they were looking for, but this one couldn't get what he was there for. The animal was right there, not far from him. He tried everything to get that animal, but he couldn't get it. So he got disappointed and, angry and wondering what happened. So with that, the other two, they got their meat, what they went after to provide for the camp, the people. So they went home, the three went home, the rest got down to the camp. So they asked one of the elders, what did I do wrong in order to, why can't I get my game? Why can't I get what I went there for to get my game? I couldn't get it. It was right there. So the elderly man told him, well, you did something wrong up there in the mountains. You didn't do what you're supposed to do to hide a certain part of the remains off the animals. That's why your luck's not with you anymore. You're not going to have it no more. So there they talked about it, and the chiefs told them, well, you're going to go back up in the mountains, go up there and you're going to build yourself a sweat lodge. And then in there, you go in there with your friends, and you guys going to pray. And that's where you're going to get it back. So that's how I've been told that story.
A person wearing a maroon and white striped shirt, maroon cap with a white logo, and white framed sunglasses holds a microphone while gesturing with their other hand. They stand indoors against a wooden background.
And when they did go in there and he did pray, then they went back out and they continued on hunting after that. That's where he finally got back his luck again. So that's how this sweat lodges became way back. To up to now, today it's a little different. Today we go in and we pray to the we call it rock spirits. We call it Grandpa Rock. Some of us call it Grandpa Rocks. Which we build fire, we prepare our wood, we stack our wood on there good, and then put our rocks on and we light it. But then we have to give offering to the fire, to the rocks, because it's important. Our old people said that they have the keepers. Each herbs out here, anywhere on this Mother Earth, has got caretakers. We can't see them. They're there. They're around, just like we're here. They're around us too. They're watching what we're doing, who we are. But they're careful. They don't want to get close to us. So that's why the old people said we have to give offerings. We have to ask them for forgiveness. For I should say, we can't trespass against where they're at, because they get angry. Sometimes they hurt us in such a way too when we do that. That's why we always have to give offering to the fire. On behalf of all these things that we go out here and get, like all the herbs that she's talking about, we have to give offerings. We have to give offering to the caretakers of these herbs, the fire. We always have to give offerings to the Creator, to the sun up here. Talk to that sun, because that's where our spirits from that sun. Our Native American people, our spirits are from the sun. That's what our old people told us way back. And so in that way, in that sweat lodges, we go in and then we sit down in a circle. The rocks are hot. Some are mild, some are hot, some are extra hot. And in there we pray, sit down and pray. We sweat it out. We sweat out all the poisons off of our bodies, wherever our bodies got in our systems. And sometimes in there we use herb teas too, like this here. We use most of these herbs. Sometimes we use these inside there. We drink it. We pray to it. And it drains out all the sickness that we have, maybe arthritis, whatever that we have. It all, just like what Audrey was explaining here, all these sickness that we have, we use that sweat lodge in that way too.
A person wearing sunglasses and a burgundy cap with a white animal logo stands at a microphone, holding it in one hand. They wear a striped shirt in maroon and blue tones. The background shows an indoor setting with shelving and various items.
Everything that we use is all similar the same way. It's all the same. So in there, we do that, then we come out, we go 4 rounds. But sometimes, if we have to, we go maybe 5, maybe 6, maybe 7, because us Indian people, we like to do that, because it's like, I should say it's just like it's dear to our heart. We like to enjoy it. It comforts us, because we're close to Mother Earth then. And that is part of our culture, our traditional ways of prayers. And these things are important, because through those ceremonies, we pray for Mother Earth here, like what these ladies were talking about earlier. We pray for all these things here on Mother Earth. It's important for us to always pray for this one, Mother Earth, because like they were saying, she's the one that takes care of all of us, provides us everything here. And sometimes a lot of people take it granted, of Mother Earth. A lot of pollutions, all that things going on today, That's why our Mother Earth is getting tired. She's getting tired, and she's kind of angry at us people because we're not careful how we're taking care of our Mother Earth. And, you know, all your people, you've seen all these things happening all over the States here. All kinds of chaos going on. That's just part of it. So I thought I'd mention that part. Then right now I'm going back to the Salt Lodge. And our old people, they call that one. It's just like inside of a lady's womb. You're reborn again once you come out of there, once you're through praying. You're reborn again. You're pure again. That's the way that Sweat Lodge is considered to be told towards us Indian people. It came long ways with that Sweat Lodge ways. So I thought I'd talk about that part at this time and say that much at this time. Time's running short. Thank you.
A person wearing a red cap with a white buffalo logo and sunglasses sits in front of a black banner with partial text visible reading "Men of Unrest There." A feathered object is visible to the left side of the frame.
Okay, that's just, that is some of the areas that we talk about when we talk about our Native American traditional healing ways. And as I said before, that it's a holistic way of life. They had mentioned about taking things from Mother Earth and providing an offering. And that's what we call the giveaway. In life, there's a giveaway. And you don't just go out and take things. And that's one of our teachings as well. And also, another point I'd like to make as far as Lewis and Clark and the expedition. Some people, some of our Indian people, they're angry with Sacagawea. He said she brought the white people, brought annihilation, suffering, devastation to our people. But prior to that time, there were Indian people that prophesied before that. They said that there were white people that were coming. Indian people knew there were white people coming before that time. And these are the medicine people. And so that was a part of the destiny. And here we are today. We believe in Creator. We believe that anyone that prays to the Creator, whatever way they go, is good. People have different ways. Creator gave the Indian people a way. They gave different people on this earth different ways. And we're sharing today with you our way. And there's a purpose. We believe there's a purpose for things. When Lewis and Clark came, they came across this land. They came and they wrote in their journals and they said, "This is the most beautiful place. It's like paradise to behold our Mother Earth." Yes, we understand that. We respect that when we look at that. And in this place up here they call the Lemhi Pass, that place.
A person wearing a white t-shirt and jeans stands at a microphone with one arm raised. Behind them is a dark backdrop with partial text visible referencing government agencies and wildlife services. Another person is visible in the lower left corner.
The water there, it goes to the east and it goes to the west. There's no place like that. Only here. Flows into the Missouri and down into the Mississippi, and then it comes down in here into the Columbia River and into the Pacific Ocean. This is a blessed place. And our people, we live according to cycles, natural cycles. We do not, when that sun rises and sets, that's a natural cycle. When the spring comes through, and then the summer and the fall and then the winter, you cannot overjump one for the other. They go according to cycles, and that's the way our people lived here. Our Agaidika people, we lived according to the cycles. Like right now, the choke cherries are not yet ready. Maybe in a week they'll be ready. When we went and gathered them, it had to be for that certain time. And so in that way we lived. And our people were called Agaidika, that means salmon eaters. And we ate the salmon. And the salmon, they didn't come up constantly all year. They come through a natural cycle during a certain time period. And it was during that time our people gathered this agai. And it was according to the natural cycle. And another thing, as I had told you earlier, there was a giveaway. Well, our people, the Agaidika, we ate the salmon. The salmon gave itself to us, and when we ate it, in turn, it was blessed. It was according to the natural cycle. But at this time, it's become more difficult for our people to go according to our natural cycle. The spirit of the salmon, they're fighting for their lives to come here. The most farthest inland into the United States, to come home according to their natural cycle, to spawn, to give birth and go back out into the ocean. All of these things, these are a part of our culture, these are a part of our beliefs, and they're being hindered. They're being hindered by dams and all kinds of things. And again, we're going back to the Lewis and Clark journals and about the teachings of Mother Earth. We're sharing these with you today. And another thing is that we ask that you, well, before I go with that,
A person wearing a white t-shirt and glasses stands at a microphone on a stage. Behind them is a dark banner with white text listing various U.S. government agencies and departments.
Lewis and Clark journals, there were also mention of, there was also some mention of some medicine at that time. Sacagawea, she was sick. She was sick in the Great Falls area, and they said that she almost died. And they wrote in the journals, Lewis wrote in the journals, he says, yes, he goes, we gave her this medicine and she got well. Well, people that don't understand, they wouldn't have known that that was our people's medicine for sicknesses. And so in that way, on our road of life, we have a purpose, we have a destiny. And what is that message 200 years later? When Thomas Jefferson said for Lewis and Clark to come on this expedition, he said it's going to take 800 years to develop this country. And that was 200 years ago when he said that. Our people, we say that we live on the prayers of our old people. We live on the prayers of our ancestors, that we are here today. And that's how we live. That's how we live our lives. We're grateful for that. And today, our Indian people, we pray for our future generations, that they will have clean water, clean air, Mother Earth to walk upon. We pray that for the future generations today, that they can continue on upon this our Mother Earth in a respectful manner. And those are some of our teachings that we'd like to share with you. And today we ask each and every one of you to make an effort from this gifts that we put on your path today and carry it with you to share this message on your road. Our Indian people, we say that we have two books of knowledge. We have the white man's book that we were told and taught. As a matter of fact, we had a boarding school up here in the Lemhi Valley. We had a boarding school. At that time, our elders' hairs was cut. Well, at that time, they were little kids, and they were forced to learn the white man's ways. They were taught those things. And it was difficult and it was hard because we knew that these teachings were from our Creator, and we knew that they were good and that we had.
A person wearing glasses and a white t-shirt stands at a microphone on a stage. Behind them is a dark banner with white text referencing U.S. government agencies and land management.
Have to hang on to them about brotherhood and about love, the values, the teachings. And today we share these things with our children and we hold on to them because Creator gave them to us. And today we share some of these things with you today. And I'll go ahead and pass this forward.
I forgot to mention too that also that I have participated about a couple of years ago when it first started the Lewis and Clark Bicentennial of the Governor's Committee. I've been on there for 3-4 years already, and so we were actually fighting to get our museum here. Let this Lemhi Valley be noticed and have that Sagajuwea, the sculpture out here to be where it's at right now. It's really beautiful. I was looking at it earlier, and I thought this is really neat to have that here, and all that hard work and all the committees that have sat on this. And to see it come to life, you know, to see everything here. And then later on, the Discovery course came to be, and they decided to help us. Gerard Butler, I remembered him, you know, and he was really really special person. And he was a real go-getter, and I see that they're here now. So and Emma was mentioning that Lois and Alfred Navel and Alice Crow, there are elders here out here, and they have helped with the picking of the place and the museum, all the things that it has here. And Camille George here, my aunt, and we were all involved because this is something that is very dear to us, is this valley. Our people are still buried here. Our people are still here. And I remember that, and so I thought I'd mention that along with what I had to say. And I wanted to talk to you about a little bit about the ghostweed here.
A person wearing glasses and a black jacket speaks into a microphone at a table. Behind them is a dark banner with white text referencing the Department of Agriculture and Forest Service. A water bottle and plate with food sit on the table.
That Ghostbuster Special, I called it. Actually, it has a healing. It opens the passageway to talk to the spirits and to let people, like your loved ones who have died, to let them go. And it ends to a closure. So I thought I'd mention that. It's really powerful. And maybe Curtis like to see something else.
I guess they wanted me to say a little more at this time again, and kind of getting like I'm speechless right now. But I'm gonna say a few more words. So like I was explaining earlier, when we were coming this morning over the mountains to the valleys, and I was looking along, and you know, myself, I always, when I travel, you know, when we travel, we always travel with prayers too, when we go somewhere, to have safety all the time. And when we was coming down over this morning, I thought about, you know, the people that was here once a long time ago, you know, the people, the Indian people that used to migrate to these areas. And I thought about them. And I thought about Audrey here and Emma and all the rest of the people that's still here today and that's here at this time, you know, that they come back home, you know, to visit their loved one. You know, memories that they left, that they had seen with them, you know. And those things are very precious to us Indian people too. When we go somewhere like they did, they came home here to talk, to say a few words. And those things, for one day, maybe 2 days, they'll be here visiting with memories, you know. A lot of things that they seen when they were here at that time, when they were little, growing up here. A lot of memories, you know, those things go on like that, you know, with the Indian people. Like myself, when I go back to Nevada, I do that. A lot of memories that I go through, you know. It's just like a backflash. It goes back again, you know, to where we was at when we were young. But that's not there anymore. Today we have to go on, you know, live with those memories and go on in life. Because that's the way life is today. We only have one life and we have to take care of it. The best we know how to...
A person wearing a maroon and striped shirt, white framed glasses, and a maroon cap holds a microphone while speaking. They appear to be indoors at what looks like a presentation or interview setting.
Survive. And I want you people to understand that. And I know you all think in that same way too about your lives too. And we all want to get along. We all have to get along because that's the way we've been brought up. And so I thought I'd mention that at this time. And like I said, I'm almost kind of speechless to say any more, you know. So at this time, I'm going to say that much. Thank you.
Okay, we only have a minute or two, maybe 30 seconds. I just wanted to say something before. We are so grateful. Sakachawias, Nano, and the Agaidika people, for all the people that have come forward, that have helped some way or another, and put their time here, and did the 200 bicentennial to help with the history. And we just probably have like 30 seconds for a couple of questions. Does anyone have any questions? Yes.
I can bring a mic around so everyone can hear you.
Maybe more of a comment than a question. I want you to know how grateful I am to be here today. I truly feel like I'm in the presence of royalty. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you. Anybody else? Yeah.
I was just wondering what the feathers are with the beautiful beads on it.
These are a swan, and I feel close to water. I like the water, and so I wanted something close to water. And it was a swan, and it's part of my dance regalia.
You guys finished? Yeah? Okay. Well, and thank you guys for coming. You did a wonderful job. I want to thank you, Emma, George, ladies and gentlemen. Audrey Ponzo. and Curtis Sam. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your...
A person's hand holds a long wooden staff or pole horizontally. The background is dark. The staff has a light-colored shaft with darker details at one end.